Welcome to another edition of It's Ice with the Lep. I'm your host, B. Lepo. In my quest for pointing out the insidious nature of social media and the internet, I had one hit me the other day, baby, and it was a fucking doozy. As most of you know, I have two sons, and they have both done this to me. But my second one, Jacob, reminded me of when Caleb did this to me. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, Dad, man, I love Bob Marley." And I'm like, "Hey, nice, you know." Yeah, everybody kind of goes through a Marley run, and, there's a couple different kinds of people. You either are a reggae person, in which it hits you in that right sweet spot of your soul, and that's the only music you like. Like, you don't feel good unless you get the reggae vibe. Or you're someone who every once and again craves reggae, and you're like, nice, I love reggae. But you don't like actively rock like, Peter Tosh or, whoever. Or you're the person that's like, I don't like reggae, I just don't get it. I'm probably the middle guy. I really enjoy reggae when I'm vibing it. Playing reggae is an interesting thing. It's different. But anyway, I digress. Jacob's like, yeah, Bob Marley. And I said, yeah, man, you got to get down with Legend. Everyone, it's kind of like there are three albums that every teenager has: Dark Side of the Moon, Bob Marley's Legend, and it's a toss-up: Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits or Led Zeppelin 4. So I always encourage the big three or four. I said, yeah. So what's your favorite Bob Marley song? And he goes, my favorite Marley song is "Don't Worry, Be Happy." So I then say, hold up there, son. "Don't Worry, Be Happy" is Bobby McFerrin. It's not a Bob Marley song. Now, if it would have ended there, I would have been like, okay, he's a kid, he's stupid inherently, from the left or whatever. But he doubled down. He said, no, it's not, Dad. It's Bob Marley. Look it up. Look it up. It's Bob Marley. And I'm like, now, I mentioned my other son because I forgot. I put this in my memory like a bad dream. Many years ago, Caleb did this exact same thing to me and came at me with the vitriol and vehement, I'm right, Dad, you're just dumb vibe. So I said, no, it isn't. It's Bobby McFerrin. It was written in 1987. Bob Marley was dead. He's like, look it up, look it up. And so I Google, "Don't Worry, Be Happy." And the very first thing that pops up is Bob Marley. So at this point, and he's going, ha, see, what is that? So at this point, I'm fucking furious because I'm right. Okay? We are right. I lived it. I was there. I was there when the shit hit the fan in Grenada. I saw Cocktail opening weekend, I had the soundtrack. Huge hit. Bobby McFerrin. Robin Williams was in the video with another guy. That's a famous guy that I can't remember who. And I'm going, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm going, listen to me. you're wrong. He's like, Google's wrong. I'm like, it's wrong, you know? So I start doing some investigation. Now, keep in mind, if you go to YouTube and put in "Don't Worry, Be Happy," it's a picture of Bob Marley first. And if you hit on it, it will play you Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy" with Bob Marley's picture. And it says, Bob Marley, "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Now, if you do some further looking, you'll see Bobby McFerrin, "Don't Worry, Be Happy." But the first thing is Bob Marley. So then I start thinking, well, hey, man, you know, maybe it's like a lost classic that Marley wrote and never got to, you know, sing or something. Maybe I am the asshole here, you know. Wrong. I look further into it, and it cleverly says, "Don't Worry, Be Happy" was never performed or written while Marley was alive. Now, if you're young and you read that statement, you're like, oh, okay, so he wrote it, but it was never performed. But the key is, or written while he was alive. So, you have to re-Google Bobby McFerrin and say, well, you know, did Bobby McFerrin write "Don't Worry, Be Happy"? And it'll say clear as day, yes, he wrote it, 1986. It was a huge smash hit, et cetera, that kind of shit. But there is an entire life generation, multiple generations of human beings who, and the reason why it's the top, it says Bob Marley on the top, is because that's what everyone thinks. Everyone thinks that Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy" is Bob Marley. And so it brings me to my survey of the day here at It's Ice. I want you to, if you have children or youngins about, go up, don't preempt it, but say, just, casually, hey, have you ever heard "Don't Worry, Be Happy"? And they'll either be like, nah, I don't know. And then if they say that, hum a few bars, and they'll probably be like, oh yeah, I know that song. Be like, who do you think does that song? I wonder how many of them will say Bob Marley. I was furious. Now a lot of you will be like, oh, it's a Bob Marley. Yeah, I'm a music guy. Like, that's what I love. Music and movies. That's it. Yeah. So I was kind of like, this is fucking awful. And he's like, Dad, do you know how many people I know that say that that's their favorite Bob Marley song? And I'm like, I'm sure every one of them's a fucking dipshit who believes every little thing that they see on the internet, How many of them are flat earthers, too? So do me that favor. Survey your kids or anyone, really. See how many people really know the truth there. And I want you to comment, tell me the results. Because I could be blowing this out of proportion, which some say I've been known to do. I don't get it. But I think I'm right. And if I am right, this is our catalyst to change internet culture. Don't Worry, Be Happy. Bobby McFerrin. Okay? Love Bob Marley. It's obviously not Bob Marley. All right. Good talk. I'm B. Lepo. It's Ice.